Just having a little bit of fun here. I guess I better get back to work. All right, enough screwing around here. Let's get back to work. I just threw the seat in here, just kind of mock up and play around and see what it looks like and see how it's going to fit me. And I might use a different seat, but we'll decide that later. Today, we want to work on getting these seat pans, these seat risers, welded into place. But before I do that, I want to attach the seat back braces here. I'd started on this one and then I ran out of welding gas like way back when. So I'm going to clean that up, fix that up, get those welded in as well. Around the mini tubs, there are these support pieces here that need to go into place. Need to punch holes in those, coat them in epoxy primer, weld them into place. I pulled out the old seat risers here so that I could compare them and look at them and play with them and see how they go together and see how all of this fits. So let's pull this seat out of here and get busy. Okay, I got these little mini tub to seat back brace pieces clamped up in here. They're looking real good. I marked them out where I want my plug welds to be. Did that on both sides. I can pull these out of here, drill holes in them, and get them ready to weld up in there. I figure since this area is really, you know, inside the car, it shouldn't see a whole lot of moisture, so I'm going to just use weld-through primer on those and not bother epoxying. I'll probably come through and epoxy everything after the fact, but for now, I think just weld-through primer on those will work just fine. So let's get doing that. Okay, I sprayed them little duders with some WTP or weld-through primer. Same thing over here. Did that while that was drying. I went ahead and welded in seat back braces there, cleaned that guy up. Now let's throw those in there and start burning them in. All right, got those little guys welded in there. They're pretty happy where they are. Now we can move on, start taking a look at these seat risers. We'll start with this driver's side seat riser here. I've got it fitting up pretty good here against the inner rocker, but that's leaving a pretty good gap over here against the transmission tunnel as well. It fits fairly decent until you get over here. Then there's a pretty good gap over on this side. So I'm going to bust out the hammers and hammer on this thing a little bit and see if I can't bend it into shape a little bit better. All right, I'm getting her tightened up here a little bit. The way that I'm doing that is I pull this little guy off here. I've got my vise just about closed up and I can slide this down in there like about so. And then just kind of pry on it a little bit and it bends those flanges out so that they fit up there nice and snug. All right, once I got those flanges bent out so they're fitting in there fairly snugly, I came in here and drilled this out and put some cap screws in it, 4, and then I can come over it with a block of wood and the BFH and make that nice and snug to the tunnel, as well as make the flanges nice and snug here and along the front and the back of it. It's looking real good. I'm real happy with it. Let's jump over and do the other side real quick. Alright, I've got this passenger side seat riser bolted in, massaged it into place, then I also marked it out where I want my plug welds to be. One area that's going to be a little tricky is this line of plug welds right along here, because there's no way to clamp it. so I'll need to press it down, as well as that flange only sticks out about that far, so I need to make sure that those are going to be into that flange. So I'll pull this off here and take a look at it. Okay, here's the subframe mount brace here, and here's that flange that I'm talking about that I want to plug weld to. Since that's going to be hidden underneath there, I need a way to find kind of the center of this guy. What I've done is I've just made up a little tool here, took a piece of metal, bent it around, and then I can set it on here and mark out where the center of that is. And what I'll be able to do is, once this piece is on there, put it in place and then find the center of where those plug weld holes need to be. Let's do that. Okay, used my little tool here and I marked out where the holes needed to be, pulled this off here, drilled them out. Now I'm just putting it back on there. I'm gonna use that 1/8 inch pilot hole and just drill very lightly into that brace and see where I'm at going across there. But a little tool worked out real good. Let's check it. And as you can see, like, there's the mark, there's the mark, there's the mark, there's the mark, there's the mark. Pretty well dead in the center, so I can go ahead and drill this guy out, and then I can drill the other one, do the same thing. Okay, I've got these seat risers all drilled out. They're about ready to be welded up, but first, let's put some epoxy primer on the bottom sides of these, as well as the floor in here. Just kind of protect this area on both sides so that I don't have to worry about rust ever again. Yay! Okay, I got the bottom side of these seat risers all coated in epoxy primer, as well as I scuffed up this area here and applied epoxy primer to it too. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna let that dry overnight, and then maybe tomorrow I'll come back here and throw those in there and see if I can't weld them up. Okay, epoxy primer's all dry. I went over it and cleaned off all my weld surfaces, so they're ready to go. Same thing in here. Just marked them out and wiped them off there. Let's make this little guy over here do what it does. Alright, just a little bit of weld time and hammer time, and now it's miller time. These babies are done. They are in place where they're going to live. I'm real happy with them. Might come back and grind those welds down a little bit, make them look pretty, and I might just leave them. This is all going to be under the carpet anyway. So, now that that's done, I think, I don't want to curse myself, but I think that I might be done welding on the inside of this thing. So, what I want to do is throw the rotisserie back on it, and get it where I can kick her up on her side, and we'll work on the bottom side of it, or something like that. But I'm going to save all that work for the next video, so I'm going to stop here, post this. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck.